guys, welcome to our 5th episode on Word on the Street with Lara and Sydney.
Get comfy and be ready to talk all things dance
with our 5th guest.
Let's get into it.
Word on the Street it's our 5th episode.
Our guest today is Jordan.
So thank you for coming on today.
Of course.
So can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Yeah, my name's Jordan, also known as JFunk, a couple other things. Yeah, dancer, choreographer for so many years. I'm losing count. I'm losing count.
You can try and count.
I'm terrible at talking about myself, so you have to ask me questions. But yeah, yeah, man, that's my job.
Your
That's my
life.
job. That's my life. Yeah.
So how old was you when you started dancing?
I was 10 years old, which, as you can see, is only a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that long ago. Just
Yeah, I was 10 years old. I was 10, and I was doing absolutely nothing. My brother was like, "Get up, we're going to this dance studio," and I did one class, and that was it.
Wow.
I did not stop. Yeah. Until now, still. Yeah.
still
Still
going.
going.
Yeah.
Still
10.
going. In your old ripe age.
Sydney, that's not nice.
No, we were just talking about this
No,
though.
I'm joking.
We were just talking about this though,
Yes, we
because
were.
you taught me since I was 4.
Yeah.
So to be fair, you did say you felt old yourself
Yeah, it's because of you.
because of me.
Yeah.
Just blame Sydney.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
always Sydney's
How,
fault.
how, it's been 12 years you've been teaching me for.
Wow,
12.
that's a long time. That's
And
a
then
long time.
when did you start? How old was you when you started teaching me? And then everyone else can do the maths.
No, see, you tried to catch me
Sydney,
slipping.
that's not nice.
Tried to-
It's not nice.
It's fine.
That's me.
Known him long enough to wind
Wow.
him up.
I don't even remember. I can't even do the maths. No, that would mean I was like, I was probably like 18 or something, 17, 18.
It's me trying to do
Yeah.
the maths in my head as well.
I must be in it.
He was young.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is like typically your favourite style of dance?
Ooh, that is a good question.
It's fine. I'll allow you to say multiple if you want.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, hip hop, crump, and house has always been my 3 loves that I've always had. So, I would probably say those 3 are like the pillars of like styles that I love. But then you fall into, I love Afro too. I love popping. That's great. So there's loads of things, but yeah, those 3 I would say are my loves.
Oh, I thought you was
Yeah.
going to say ballet, to be fair.
Well, my favourite's obviously ballet.
Yeah,
You've
of
seen my
course.
technique.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
It's
of
on
course.
point,
I've seen
like,
the, yeah.
If you see Sydney, learn it all from me. Really.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did.
of course.
I
Yeah.
have learned everything from Lara, to be fair. From my ballet, like, I just have to put it out there.
The jazz.
The jazz,
The
the
turns,
jazz
my
as
flexibility,
well.
like
Yeah.
Lara's taught me everything.
Well,
So
that's
I
nice.
really
It's what I
don't know
do.
what I'd do without her.
Honestly,
Yeah, it's just what I do.
it's inspirational. It really
Yeah,
is
it
inspirational
really
at your
is.
age. It's just so impressive. Yeah.
I'm just laughing because if you ever saw me turn,
We've actually got footage of Lara turning if
Yeah.
anyone.
Insert now.
yeah.
Please.
So,
Please
It'll
insert.
be on TikTok soon. It's fine.
Okay, great. I need to see it.
Right.
well,
So-
it's so funny.
Is there anyone that like inspires you in your styles that you've done?
Oh, so many people. So many
Yeah.
people. Yeah. The list is everlasting, probably. I have a joke with Tally. I don't even know Tally, one of my favorites. I have a joke. We call each other JF. And some people think it's because my initials are
Yeah.
JF, but actually it stands for joint first. Because we have a joke that, like, I say to so many people, "You're one of my favorites." She's like, "How many favorites can you have? Like, there's only so many people that can be your favorite,
Yeah,
Jordan."
yeah.
I'm like, "Well, they're all joint first, so that's why we that's an exclusive, by the way. That's why we call each other JF, because it just like I can't choose. There's so many people that,
Yeah.
and it changes. It always changes, like depending on what I'm working on or what I'm interested in. It will change, it
Yeah.
will grow, but yeah. Hip hop wise, there's international people that I watched on YouTube so much. But I guess for people I don't know. The people around me inspire me the most, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, the list is.
No, I feel like because you, like, I have like someone who inspires me for probably like each style because you can have it, like, there's so many people nowadays out there. Like, you can say you have some, and like we spoke about our inspirations before, and I'm like, there's so many, like, you can't choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like there's people that you just watch, you don't even know their name, but you just see them somewhere, and you just like take something from everyone.
Yeah. And you say one, and you're like, I forgot this person. It's like there's honestly so many people
Keep on going.
that have inspired me or still inspire me now.
Yeah.
It's everlasting list of people, I would say. Yeah.
So, can you tell us a bit about Maryland and like the history behind it?
Yeah, so remember when I said I was 10 years old and my brother said, get up, we're going to this dance studio?
Yeah.
That was that studio.
It's mad.
So it's very full circle, you know, that's when I did my first ever dance class. And then a few years ago, we, myself, Turbo, my brother, we took it over. So yeah, it's just a space that we wanted to keep alive, and we wanted to keep the essence of it alive. Like, I used to lab and train in the foyer for like 6 hours, like with a little speaker that I'd save up money to buy, and you know, so many people that you probably look up to now have come through that space or trained at that space. It's funny because a lot of new generation now don't know it, but like my generation and before, like everyone would know that place, you know. And I grew up there. I literally grew up there. So whether it was dancing or whether it was playing GameCube in the foyer or something, like we would just chill there like all the time. We were always there. So yeah, it's a special place, and we try to keep it and then also elevate it as well, you know, like from the dance studios to the treatment room now, and the all white photography room and music studio and stuff like that. So we're just trying to build big old creative space, basically. Where we're dishing out the free Red Bulls as well. Like, it's great, great time. But yeah, it's hard work. It's hard work, but it's great. It's where everything. It's my home now, basically, for everything I teach and do. So, and it's around the corner from my house.
Lovely. I've seen like so many people though, like go there, and I'm like, oh my god, like beforehand, and I was like, and then when I heard you was like open it back up, I was like, oh my god, like, and then when we done all those events, like you done all those events, and I remember like WD performed there as well.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot. I saw the hard work, and you was like, I laid down this floor.
Yeah, no, literally, literally did. Like, yeah. I'm pretty sure I was laying floor on like my birthday or something. Like I was in there. Like it just never, and it never stops, you know. But it's cool. Like you learn a lot as you go along in terms of business as well, in every aspect, and it's the gift that keeps on giving. The power was out 2 days ago, and I was in there. You know, I was running around trying to like get lights and speakers, and it's like, why is the power? You never know what's gonna happen. You know, it keeps you on your toes. So you have to always be invested in it. But it's cool. It's amazing to have. Hopefully, long may it continue.
Yes.
Definitely. Yeah. So, I've lost where we are. Glitched out. So, is there anything else like you would like to achieve? It could be related to Maryland or just anything in general.
It's a tough one. I've been asked this question before about like what are my goals?
Yeah.
And I kind of stopped setting goals for myself like a few years ago, because I had just done things in my career that like I would never have put as a goal anyway. So I'm like, clearly I'm not aware of the possibilities that, you know, that are out there. So there's no point me keep putting goals, because them goals that I'm setting might actually be more limited than what's possible. So I stopped setting goals, and I focused more on what I leave behind, you know, the legacy that I leave behind and stuff. So I would say probably what I want to achieve the most is just getting my program to the place that I envision it being able to get to, in terms of being in education and just being a staple thing that people know about and people learn from. I would say that's probably more of a goal than any personal ones now. anything personal, if anything happens, it's just like, oh, great.
Yeah.
You know, great. Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
bonus now.
Yeah, exactly. But as well as that, probably I had a good end to the year last year of getting more into space of choreographing or associate choreographer and stuff like that. So personally, probably more that than being on the jobs as a dancer now. Trying to make that
Like
transition.
training others now and helping them achieve.
Yeah, just getting into the slightly higher roles and different, more creative roles on big jobs and stuff is more interesting to me at the moment.
Yeah.
So that's probably more of a personal one.
Yeah.
Well, what is like the best job you have done?
Oh, I
would you
saw
say?
this question on there, yeah, and I was like, I bet you by the time it gets there, I still won't know. Because I've been asked this even recently. I was having this conversation with God knows who, but somebody. And my answer is, it depends on what about the job you class as it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like if you said who's the best artist you dance for,
Yeah.
if you said like best artist in terms of music that you like of theirs, or best artist is in like who's the best artist, like the best person,
Yeah.
like the nicest person. There's so many factors that decide like what the best job is.
Yeah.
That it depends. Do you know what I'm saying? It depends what factor you're talking about. So I don't know if you're talking commercially, probably. I don't know. I mean, probably Stormzy is probably up there. That first Glastonbury was kind of wild. I never really experienced anything. No one's ever experienced anything like that unless you do it. You just never ready for it. And I remember seeing the sea of people and how far it went, and I just couldn't. It was never ending.
I feel like everyone's faces just end up being a blur, and you're like,
yeah, the whole thing becomes a blur. It happens so fast. It happens so fast. By the time I got to my third time doing that stage with Dua Lipa, it was a little bit less like crazy.
yeah.
But Stormzy was just like, I just never, I've never heard anything or seen anything like that in a space. So it was, I'd probably say if I had to choose overall one, it would probably be that one.
Yeah.
But there's definitely other jobs that had better aspects of it,
Yeah.
you know, like maybe
Yeah,
better
so,
people or better, I don't know, more jokes or whatever. But we had a good time. We had a good time with Stormzy, and he's a nice guy as well. So he kind of ticks all them boxes, I guess, you know. And we went on to do so many more with him. And some that I feel are pretty iconic as well, like Glastonbury, his Brits performance is pretty iconic with the rain, you know, like I think we did some stuff that like, people will remember, you know. So
Yeah, they are good.
Yeah.
How did you even get on to doing, like, performing with Stormzy and, like...
specifically Stormzy.
Yeah.
I was working with, so there's a lovely lady called Amber Rimmel who I've worked with for a long time now. And she has a company with her husband called Tourbox. So they do a bunch of like production and stuff. Like they're killing it. There was even working on Drake's last tour and stuff like that. They've been absolutely killing it. So, but we've always really got along. And I worked with her first time when I first did Jess Glynn back in 2016, maybe something like that. I don't know. And so I was working on Jess Glynn again as assistant choreographer, and then I just heard these like, she's like, yo, there's something else that we want you for, and it ended up being Stormzy. And then I ended up being in the group that was doing it, which was War, and we did loads more. We did Brits, Jingle Bell Ball, Reading, Leeds with him. So that one specifically anyway.
Yes. What was it like to win Red Bull?
Kind of crazy.
Kind
of crazy.
Seeing it
like,
and I was like, oh my god, he done it.
Yeah, I mean the context is funny because like I think my year that I won was like the year where it really blew up.
Yeah.
Like that's when everyone paid attention to Red Bull.
Yeah.
That Dance Your Style specifically, like everyone paid attention after that, I think. Because there was one before, but I think that one was like really big. It was after COVID. It was like the first big event. the wild cards and stuff were just so great that the level was so high. Even the people that got through the prelim and stuff could have been wild cards. Like that's how high the level was. You know, like Robia and stuff were like weren't even a wild card. She was getting through prelim. It's like this is crazy. So the level was crazy, and I think the battles were just epic. Like they were so epic.
The videos.
It's it was just like round after round after round, after round, like so many rounds, so many different songs, vibes, everything. But I really didn't know what it was. That's the funny part about it. I didn't know what it was. Like Clara, you know Clara, house Clara, like I absolutely adore her, and she's one of my. If you're talking about inspirations, going back, she was one of my first. By the way, I saw her at Move It in 2008, and I was like, that's why I was obsessed with house. So when she comes calling and she says, Jordan, can you do this? I'm like, yes, Clara. Like, I don't even, I don't even ask that many questions. Like, I'm just like, sure, yes, you know? So I'm just like, cool. Been in lockdown with times. I'm like, sounds like vibes. Get there, just not thinking anything of it. And then it's only when I got to the semi-final, I remember someone saying to me, a friend of mine saying to me, you know, you're one battle like away. I'm like, but from what? Like, not realizing that you go to South Africa and you get all this, you win all this money. And I only learned that I won money after I won.
Wait, what?
Yeah. I won, and then I went back to the dressing room thing that we had, and I opened the booklet thing, and it said, oh yeah, you win this much, whatever. I was like, huh?
Wow.
Imagine how I would have danced if I knew. Yeah. That was me not knowing I won.
That was him not knowing he was winning money. Imagine him knowing he's winning money.
That's how you know I don't do it for that. Obviously, I do it for that now as a job, but like I don't. The pure reason of me dancing and doing what I do is not money. It's by the time I'm in a battle, it's just pure pride. By that point, I just don't want to lose. Do you know what I mean? I want to win. I want to win. I want to be the best. So it's like that was enough for me that day, just to want to win. Like it was enough, and then the money was just a bonus. So.
I feel like it's such a big thing now, Red Bull. Like everyone knows about it.
Yeah.
I feel like no one really, but like the year you won, I feel like everyone like knows about it.
Yeah, I really think it blew up. I really think it blew up that year because the prelims were like really small, and they were at the Red Bull HQ, which is not a big space and stuff, and then that happened, and then the year after that, there was like 100 people that entered these prelims. You know, it was huge after that. So, yeah, it was mad, and it was crazy because it was like you're getting dashed around, and people are calling you for magazines are calling you for interviews and stuff like this. It was like, or you're getting calls about PR training and stuff like that, and I'm like, what do you mean PR training? Which is probably good for me because I would probably say something mad. So I was like, maybe I should take this. I should take this advice. Yeah. And then obviously, going to South Africa eventually for the world final was crazy.
Yeah, I was actually trying to convince my mum to take me this year, but
it's in LA, isn't it?
Yeah, I was like, so I want to go LA anyway, but she said no. So
I might have to give Red Bull a call because I'm like, yo, you have to take me because LA, I need to go there. That's great.
I tried to convince my mum for ages. Still trying.
Still trying. Hey, don't give up. Don't give up.
No quitters over here, right?
No, generally, after this, us two will be like, oh yeah, Jordan said it's actually a really good idea.
Jordan supports idea.
Wow.
Really good idea.
Yeah.
Look at me getting set up.
No, it's not set up.
Okay, cool. Watch when my phone starts going. Zzz, zzz, zzz. Did you tell him they should go LA? Like, wow, it sounds like it's gonna be cool in LA. I think it'll be sick.
Still trying. So
still trying. Well,
just wait. You'll see us there. You'll see us there.
If I even get there. But yeah, it's an experience for sure. It's such an experience. So.
Yeah, the videos on TikTok, everyone's screaming. It's like, oh my god, it looks like such a good atmosphere.
Yeah. I mean, it was a long old journey and a tough place, but it was sick. Like culturally and stuff like that, it was just a sick place to be and dance. Like
because it's like so many different styles. It's just like so much.
And literally somebody from everywhere around the world. Like it's mad. And even just meeting people. Like I don't know. David, who you was talking about this before, to say my name wrong. When I got there, like we had this shoot that we had to do on the same day that I landed, and we're doing a shoot on some rooftop somewhere in Johannesburg, and like doing this thing, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing here? Like, you should be a model. Like, why are you here? You don't need this. And he's like laughing. He's like, nah, you're playing. He's like, bro, I'm such a fan of you. Like, I've been watching you for years. I was like, shut the up. You know, like, I was like, just shut up. There's no way, you know? Like, he was like, yeah, like, I used to watch you doing Afro and stuff like that. Like, I've been watching you. So it was just mad. And that happened with a few people, you know? The guy from Kenya as well was like, I've seen you. So just connecting with so many people around the world and stuff, like, was just, yeah, that was probably the best part of it,
Yeah.
you know?
Because to be fair, when I first saw the Red Bull Dance Your Style videos, that was when I was like, saw the freestyle and I was like,
Yeah.
that's when I was like, that's what I want
I
to do
want
now.
to do that. Yeah.
And that's what got me into it more,
Sick.
watching all them videos.
Sick. Yeah. I mean, it's fun. Like, if you take it as what it is, or take it for what it is, it's fun. You know, if you take it kind of too seriously, it gets a little bit like, it's not as fun. But yeah, you just have to enjoy it.
Yeah.
You know, I just get
like
Britney
dance
Spears.
in general as well.
Yeah.
You just have to enjoy it. No point taking it so seriously all the time.
Yeah, very true.
People
But
forget
balance.
that. Yeah.
You know, balance is important. You have to get the balance right.
Yeah.
Staying enjoying it, but also hard work.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so
Yes. So how come you started the U program?
So this was before the first lockdown, I think. I think I was considering doing like a program thing, like a weekend intensive thing. And it was just going to be called JFunk program or something boring like that. And then lockdown happened and it was like, okay, maybe not. And then, yeah. And then obviously I was training people in lockdown and I was in so many like private sessions.
Yeah, my lunch breaks. My laptop. Mum was like, you got Jordan in 10 minutes. Okay, let me just wrap up.
You was there. And remember we were doing different tasks every week.
I found loads of paper, sheets of paper. I was cleaning out my wardrobe and it's like, Jordan lesson 1. And it's all my notes and everything.
Yeah. So basically what happened was that because of lockdown, I was like, well, this is a great time for me to go back to square one. You know, because I don't have to be out there impressing people or teaching people. I can just train ground up. So I just stood in my space to start bouncing, like just went back to literally square one for myself, you know, because the pressure was off. And then I started teaching like the same things I was doing. I was just teaching and sharing, and then I was doing so many like private sessions and classes. Lockdown was wild, you know, almost every day. So I was just using these things, and every time I'd make a task or something, I would just write it down and just throw it and then write it down, like, and yeah, it just became this thing like people were really progressing and stuff like that. And there was this formula where we sit and we'd talk first and then we'd do rounds and then they'd say, you know, what they need to work on. I'd make a task for what they need to work on and keep going like that. And then, I came out of lockdown. We did some training thing at where we do like a teacher training thing basically. And Ken had this PowerPoint of like loads of point of view stuff or whatever. And I was like, it's a great idea. Because it was just in my notebook. So I was like, maybe I can take all of this and actually digitalize it, you know, and actually make it a thing. So I just spent the rest of that, I don't remember when it was, summer maybe or whatever, just like making this little long PowerPoint of every single task. And originally it was like, I think the first batch was that it was like 50 slides. Now it's on like nearly 100. You know? So yeah, it's just that. And then I just started teaching it. Like I just started teaching it whether I was traveling or, you know, I think the first full weekend intensified it was actually in Israel. I did 6 hours a day in Israel and it was like insane. I was like, I gotta do this at home. So yeah, I started teaching it here, got different countries and stuff, and it was just, the feedback was just like, this doesn't exist, you know? So yeah, that's when I started to kind of like, oh, this is something, you know, it's something that doesn't exist. That's what I love to do and be in the scene as well, something that doesn't exist outside of me. So yeah, just seeing the people that it's helped, the way it helps people, not only in dance, but mentally and as a person and stuff like that, it's been crazy. So yeah, it's been 5 years now building that. But it's cool because it's like, it was born in a restriction. And a lot of the program is about restricting you to find more freedom. You know? So it's like it kind of parallels itself. Like without that lockdown, it wouldn't exist. So out of something negative, you need something positive came out, you know, so. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, because like the U program space, definitely, I don't feel it anywhere else. Like it's just such a creative, free, like it's just a nice space to dance in.
And we're all crazy as well.
Yeah, especially you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I promote that. I tell everyone. I'm crazy as hell. But it's like, that's what makes the space what it is in terms of just like, I'm asking you to be yourself. So you need to feel like you can be yourself in the space.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Saying, this is about finding yourself and then say, no, stop. Like, it just doesn't work, you know, and I've always been like that. It's, you know, from when it's like, I would just joke.
Yes.
I'm always joking.
Probably where I got it from, to be fair. Yeah, well, I probably where I got it from.
Do you think?
Yeah. I was never stopped talking when I was younger.
You blaming her now, she's blaming you.
Yeah. That's
Flips it on you.
I take that one.
I was such a child when I was younger.
I'm proud of that one.
Terrible.
But yeah, it's like I'm always joking. I always love to joke. I love to laugh. It's like, life's too short, you know, so it's not like a thing that I put on, like, I'm just like that all the time. Yeah, I mean, you told me before we even started recording, I'm just constantly just making joke, like, whereas it comes to my mom or what, like, whatever it is, but I'm non-stop. So, yeah, it just, it kind of creates a space where everyone knows, like, you can be yourself here.
Yeah. And I got to judge him as well.
Yeah, but I'm also very protective of the space, you know, I don't just let anybody, come in, because, so you have to be a good person first, and then you can worry about the dance later.
Yes.
That's why Sydney's not allowed. She's not a good person.
Well, this is it. I want to say on camera, but
sorry.
like, obviously you just dropped it there. So
okay, we'll just cut that out.
We'll talk about that afterwards. Yeah.
She just sat there.
I don't really know what I meant to say. Do you just want me to leave? Or?
No, sorry.
So we'll allow it for now.
Yeah.
We can just move on, you know. I'm actually a very nice person.
Oh, side-eye me now.
Yeah. Proper.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. No. Okay, I don't really know what I meant to say to like back myself up here, because I feel very in the middle and very targeted right now, but never mind.
Oh, you're not being targeted. You're a great person.
Oh, thank you.
So kind. So kind. Yeah, that's a good thing.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, so still giggling to myself. How long have you been teaching for now then?
Oh. I probably started teaching when I was like 14, 15. Yeah. Which, if I was teaching choreography more so, I would say it's too young. Because, what was I teaching anybody at that age? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you doing? And I think, I don't know about that, but like, I was teaching house for most of my first years of teaching. So it was kind of much safer where, as long as you know that you're passing on the right information, then you're not doing any damage to anyone you're teaching. Do you get what I'm saying? Rather than you trying to come in and preach at like 15 or teach choreography and tell people how to dance, and he was like, no, I'm not going to do that. But, house was what kind of started, you know, teaching. And it was good. It wasn't like I just started teaching. It was like, obviously Togo was the one that, you know, taught me and trained me in house. And I remember him like making me cover his class whilst he was there to make sure that I was teaching it properly and correctly and counting the music right and all this stuff. So it wasn't just like a given, like, you just start teaching. It was no, I'm going to make sure that you teach right.
Yeah.
And so I had that guidance where it was like, let's make sure that this is being done correctly. So that's, but I trained hard and I started teaching house from young. So I would say then, but gradually then I started teaching more.
Yeah. Did you like always want to be a dancer when you were younger, or did you like think?
Did just from that first class?
Not before I started. Not before. I would say, so I did Circle Piper in 2009, I think. Yeah, 2009, which is only like it was like a year and a half after I started dance. And we got paid a check. Stay with me. Okay. I'm not that old. I'm just saying this is how it happened. We got paid a check, right? And I remember getting this check and just like, was like, what? What, you can make money, dude? Yeah. Like, I'm having the best time doing this show and I'm getting money. Like, I couldn't believe what was happening. So I think that was the turning point where it was like, oh my gosh, I can make money, but do what I love. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I never really, I was only like 12 or something. So it's like, do you know what I mean? That was the moment where I was like, wait, this maybe could. And it wasn't like, oh, then I was like, yeah, I'm going to have a career. And I just knew that I just had this feeling like, oh, maybe I don't have to do this and then go and do it. I can actually do this. And I think I just felt that I had the potential to do it. So, and I loved it. I was obsessed. So from that first class, I was just obsessed with it. So for me doing that show, which was like the greatest thing ever, for me, like, and then getting paid was just like, this is all you want is life. Like, you know, why would you not? Obviously, as you get older, you learn a lot more. But like, I love the innocent image of me like getting this check. Do you get what I mean? Like, oh my gosh, I would have bought a whole laptop. Like, straight away spent the whole thing on the laptop.
You know what? Exactly what I would do, to be honest.
Yeah, like, whoa. What? What did I even need a laptop for that age? I'm going for it. It's the best. Like,
still buzzing.
Still excited about that check to this day. So.
I could do it that as well. Run it back.
So what is one bit of advice you would give to your younger self and upcoming dancers? The ones buying the iPad, not the laptop now.
You see, you just said iPad.
Yeah,
that's how you know. See what I'm saying? Times are changing.
Yeah.
To myself and to younger dancers?
Yeah.
Do
it all.
To myself, because a part of me wants to say like, don't forget to find balance. Like I was saying earlier, like live. Probably did it more later than earlier. I just trained like an absolute madman. I just wanted it so much that like every single day was dance. And then sometimes you forget to live a little outside of that. So maybe like to myself and to young girls, like don't forget to also live. You know, like, and do that, because the more experience you have as a human being, the better dancer you become as well, because you have more stories to tell. You know, and I think that's what I've learned. Like, that's why now when I look back and I look at how young I was teaching, if I was teaching choreography or trying to teach people how to dance and stuff, I'd be a bit cringed out by myself. I think, like, you get what I'm saying? Now I realize, like, oh, what did you know at that age, like, to be telling grown adults, you know, when you move your arm, like, mind you, you know, like, it really is a thing, like, and so, I think life experience is important to also your dance and what you share and what you pass on to the next people. And that's why the program is what it is. I've been through more in my life now where I'm able to relate to near enough anyone. You know, I speak to people in other countries and they're like, I'm going through this. I'm like, oh, I've been through that. Oh, you know what I'm saying? And immediately there's a connection there deeper than just dance. You know, even some of these students that, you know, you come to classes and stuff, sometimes the messages I'm getting are outside of session and not about dance. Because they feel safe to say, you know, about other things that are going on, they understand. So I think, that's why now I look at young people teaching, I'm like, I hear it and you have to learn somehow. But I also just think, be mindful of like the fact that you haven't experienced but not yet. You know, and you might be taking 14, 15 pounds off of like a grown adult that needs to hear from somebody that can help them. Do you get what I'm saying? That can actually help them, not just share some moves with them. So I think that, like I said, the balance like is important. I would say it's young lessons now still like just live and get the experience, but also just train hard. Like, don't rush, you know, don't be a microwave dancer. get yourself in that oven, man, and cook properly. You know what I'm saying? You'd be so much better, you know? So, and like, it's hard because of the times that you live in.
Yeah.
Where it's like you see people blowing up in a second, few videos. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I'll do a video at Playground and then it will blow up and then I'll be teaching. It's really easy. Not easy is controversial, but like, it's easier.
Yeah.
You know? And it makes a lot of young people feel like they're behind, or they're going too slow, or they're like falling short, or not good enough because this person's like my age and they're doing it.
Yeah.
That person may have got lucky. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah, exactly.
etc. So yeah, I think my advice would be like, comparison is the biggest killer of joy.
Yeah.
You know, so just know that your journey is your journey.
Yeah.
You're doing everything right on your journey, then things will happen when it's supposed to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know? So yeah. I feel like grey hair was just growing out my beard as I was saying that. The wisdom was just like coming through. Do you get what I mean?
Wise words.
Yeah.
Words.
I think so. I hope so.
It will.
Yeah.
Yes. But thank you so much for coming on.
That's alright.
Great.
This was a great time. Let me ask you a question.
Oh, no.
I'm not asking you. Yeah,
Now you have to keep going.
I didn't want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, one person.
Is it?
Audience has a question.
Damn, I want it first. Let's make it sad.
Sorry. I felt very peer pressure.
Yeah.
Good.
It's very scary.
Yeah,
I'm waiting.
Well, that's what you're doing to what's the favourite thing that you've heard doing this? Or what's the most impactful thing you've heard so far?
She just looked at me. I would say the whole comparison thing, like you said it, I'm pretty sure.
No, yeah, I think a couple of people have said it.
All you other episodes, I win. Yeah? There you go. Send this to them. I win.
No, I think
I was just
no comment.
Yeah, no, because I just feel like you said, like you're just watching other people your age do like so many different things, and I think it's just like, oh, should I be doing that?
Yeah.
But then it's also like, no, you got to do what you've got to do as well. So it's just, and I think with like social media now, like watch it, you can see what everyone's doing so much more.
Yeah,
that's like the main message nowadays to younger generation is to like to ourselves, like stop focusing on social media so much and like, oh, they can do that, why can't I do that? And it's such like, I think that's the key thing we've learnt from it as well, but we also knew it as well, but getting told it by like people we know as well makes us realise it a bit more. Yeah. It's so hard to get like into just like focusing on social media because everything nowadays like make sure you like literally every class we'll go into the camera always comes up. Yeah. It's like such a pressure. Like I feel like classes nowadays like it's hard to find a class where it's just training. Yeah. Without a camera coming up. When was the last time you saw a camera in a session? And it's funny because actually I've never set it as a rule. No. I've actually never sat everyone down and said no filming. We just worked so hard and everyone's so stressed and everyone's got their notebooks and no one's even got the capacity to think, oh, let me film this. And also, the training is difficult.
Yeah, it is.
And so the reason why people film so much is because the training is not as difficult. Yeah. Because they know they look good, so they want to post it. Whereas what we're doing is like, it's difficult. You're not ready to film that and post that yet. You need to work on it. So yeah, it's not many, like you said, spaces like that exist. Yeah. And I think and it's also good to remember, like, people only show you what they want to show you. Yeah. You know, there's so many young people that talk to me right when they think, like, so many great dancers, like, just do dance or whatever. Like, in the economy that we live in right now, like, so many dancers have little side hustles or other jobs or, you know, like, which is, there's not a single bit of shame in it. You need it. Like, you need it. You need that. So, but people don't film like them at their side. You get what I'm saying? They're going to film themselves on stage with this artist, and of course they are. Yeah. So they only show you what you want to see. You know, people say to me all the time, oh, you're so busy, man. I'm like, the other day I literally laid horizontal for like 3 hours. But I just didn't post it. So you think I'm busy, but actually I was literally horizontal for 3 hours. Yeah. And I got up and my legs were dead. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But we're so fickle now because we just, whatever we see is what we believe. Yeah. You know, so just don't believe everything you see. Yeah. But you got to do the hard stuff to get the good stuff. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Good. All right. Damn, that's a good answer.
Thank you. But he's trying to brew another one.
Yeah, I am. I'm trying to bring a more difficult question on that. If you go back in time to any time period and change something, or do anything, what would you do? Where would you go?
I would go back to when I was younger and learn to flip, because now I'm older, I'm too scared.
That was a very political idea, answer. I mean, that was a very
because I always think about it, because when you're younger, like, the fear's just not there as much, but now I'm older, I'm like, I'm trying to learn to flip, but like, it's up here, like, I'm so scared to like, just chuck myself back, but when I was younger, I probably wouldn't have cared.
That was deep, man. I was like, what's yours?
No, I was just gonna say, like, when nowadays even, like, I still stress when the camera comes out, but I wish I took lockdown, like, was more happy that we was in lockdown, because I when I think about it now, I learned so much, and I wish, like, I don't know, I just miss one lockdown back.
Lockdown me scares me.
No, I love lockdown. I feel like I learned so much, but I kept, like, I don't know.
I was going to say, like, I'd go and kick ball with Jesus or something.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Nah.
I'd go play one
I think I wish when I was younger, I
think that would
stressed so much.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just gave me deep. Like, why?
When I was younger, I think I stressed too much.
Yeah.
Of, like, being perfect.
Oh God, see.
And I wish I didn't.
See, I think I didn't stress enough when I was younger. Lockdown lives, I was like, I'm gonna go live.
Yeah, she was.
I'll just stand there and do nothing. I wouldn't even dance. I had too much confidence.
Whereas, like, I used to overthink things so much.
Yeah.
I was an overthinker.
I probably should have overthought more.
I overthink less now. It's still there, but, it's less.
Yeah,
but I wish when I was younger, it was, like, not even there.
Yeah.
I was young. I don't know why I was stressing so much.
I probably should have stressed more. The amount of times I probably embarrassed myself when I was younger. Like, every time a teacher put on live and I would request to go live and do it with them, they must have been like, oh, this girl again.
No way.
They used to go, does anyone want to come do it? But no one would go on because they were all too scared. And I was like, oh, you know what? I know what I'm doing, but just go through it.
That's a good way to be.
That's inspiring.
And then I'd just get up there and go, I'd say the same thing, can you do with me, please? And I'd literally just watch them and copy them the whole time.
Wow.
I don't know why, but you know what I mean? I had to do what I had to do.
Why not?
We need to find an old video of you.
Yeah,
No,
please.
luckily that live account has since disappeared.
Nice.
So all the videos
been destroyed.
are gone.
Evidence has been destroyed.
Somewhere.
It's got to be somewhere. It's got to be somewhere.
I hope it's not anywhere. I'll stop down. Scary time.
Oh, good at ours. Alright, well, I've got no more questions for you guys. So.
Yes, well, we're done now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for all the questions and for letting us question you.
Of course.
Well,
and good luck with the rest of this.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
well. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Peace, guys.
We'll be crying. Okay, bye.